fierce, cruel, sadistic, inhumane. These are all used to describe Roger's character in the beginning of the book, Lord of the Flies. However, early on in the book, these darker characteristics remain concealed. He refrains from hurting a little one, most probably due to the social and moral boundaries keeping him in check. It is only when Jack begins to descend into his internal madness and drift apart from Ralph does Roger's true savagery come to light. I have chosen the colors orange, red, and black with hints of blue and white for Roger's mask. Red, because he is fierce, powerful, and something that should be feared. Orange, because he is wild, as well as full of a certain kind of energy that needs to be kept in check, let alone risk him falling into the realm of black, which symbolizes his inner reversion to the dark, savage side in him, or the beast. The hints of blue represent his loyalty to Jack, and as well as his determination to get back at Ralph. The white represents the little bit of humanity still left in him when he avoided throwing stones directly at the little one in the beginning. Roger avoiding the little one in chapter 4, when he begins throwing the stones, is backed up by the phrase quoting the old taboo of society and the teachers and adults in the space around him. These figures are all metaphorical and they are not physically there. They are shadows of the authority that Roger most probably experienced in his life before the wreck. But those authorities are no longer there, and as soon as his mind is fully able to grasp that, his entire personality begins to shift to dramatic extents. The markings on Roger's mask are inspired from the New Zealand Maori warrior tattoos, or moko as they are traditionally called. The Maori are known for their fierce warriors, identifiable by their unique form of identification through this often painful tattooing process, which also ties into Roger's sadistic love for inflicting pain on others. A natural sadist, if you will. In addition to that, if you have ever seen a Maori war dance, it will be clearly obvious as to why this is a clear choice to represent Roger's inner anger and the power he exhibits towards the other boys, not to mention the scene in which he hunts down the Sow. For me to be stuck on an island alone with a bunch of other guys has to be the number one on the list of things that could possibly go wrong now. At the same time, however, this isn't so bad. No grown-ups, no rules, no teachers, and best of all, no school. It's all just sun and sea and salt sand. And the little ones now, of course. And yet at the same time, it's boring. Ralph simply seems too concentrated on his silly fire. Simon follows him around like a puppy on the heel, and Piggy, well, let's not get started on Piggy. The only redeeming thing left should be the pigs on the island. I'd certainly fancy a hunt for one. Anything. Jack and his hunter choir boys want to hunt, but I personally think they're not up for it. Not yet, at least. For one, they don't nearly have the strength or the gut to skewer a piglet without retching something nasty. The choir probably taught them a thing or two about teamwork and cooperation and all that stuff that teachers drone on and on about, but let's face it, they're still annoying. Which is probably why kicking down their sandcastles is so fun. Looking at all that winter pale green as it collapses is sort of fun like this. Though I have no idea why, it's just cool. Maybe I really am just bored, around with nothing to do. It's either the fire or the pigs, and frankly, neither of those sound particularly appealing at the moment. I mean, it's boring or annoyance. What kind of a choice is that? I'd rather have fun, of the kicking down sandcastles sort. Then I found a couple of rocks on the ground, not anything large, but still, boredom is boredom. So I threw them. Not straight at the little one sitting by the water. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I didn't even throw anything near him. For some strange reason, I could picture my teacher's face, or that of my parents, disappointed, asking me why I hit him. I didn't want that, so I didn't hit him. Jack called me away soon after and demonstrated how he looked with clays and ashes on his face. He looks better like that, actually, though. I didn't paint my face. Not yet, at least.